to another episode. This time we're starting off inside the actual area of our sorting system. And why are we starting here? Well, I want to explain something. You can see here that this looks very nice. We have everything working here, the sorting system going up to this area here. Everything looks very pretty and thought through and everything. It looks done. But when I walk outside this little area, you can see here that we have the redstone. It sort of looks okay with these things, but with the scaffolding, it looks a little bit like work in progress. I also don't like this area at all around the whole sorting system area that we have in the middle here. And also, it's a very badly for me to actually traverse around here. I very often go through one of my small secret flush doors and come out in a place where I should have taken the other door, or I should have gone that way. And even though I've built this whole place, I sometimes get a little bit lost on where I am and where I should go to make the fastest and easiest path. So today's episode is going to be a bit about infrastructure around the base and inside of here. I want to have easy access paths so I can know where I am. I'm of course going to probably put up some signs so I can actually get a feeling for, if I go that way, then I can turn to this corner and get to, for example, sugarcane and bamboo farm. Or if I want to get to the villagers, I'm going to go out that side and want to go there. So it's all going to be some sort of infrastructure corridor thingy. And I'm also going to add some things that make travel easier. Right now I'm sometimes using my firework rockets to get around, and it feels such a waste of resources to use rockets to get around in the base when it's not that far, but it feels like an eternity to sometimes walk from one side to the other. And that's the bad things about having a big base, but I want to have a big base because it's easier to build that way. But yeah, so in today's project we're going to focus on getting corridors up here that I can use to travel around in and make them look rather pretty as well. And for that I'm going to need a lot more of these stuff, because I want to make a similar design that I have on the outer walls here, of course, into the inner walls that's going to be the other part of the corridor. So I'm going to need moss, and for that I'm going to need a farm, because I don't have a moss farm except for at the old base and I don't want to travel there. So you're going to do a very similar thing that we do in Minecraft, and that's, in order to get resources to build with, we're going to make a farm that makes those resources in order to get those. So where are we going to place this? Well, I'm going to hide it away a little bit because I need a lot of space, and this farm that I'm going to build with the moss is not ideally placed in an area down here, because this is a little bit too small for what I had in mind. I need a little bit of a bigger area, so we're going to go up here, which is of course on the upper floor. In this case, I'm going to show you with the free cam. If I go through 1 and 2 of these floors or walls, you can see that we come up here in the entrance way. So here you can see I have some of my hidden doors here as well. We're going to put more hidden doors in here, I think, and more doors in between this area, so I know where to get even up here. But right now I'm going to use the bamboo and sugarcane area to get down, up and in here from below. And we're going to place 3 moss farms that's going to be placed, one here, one there, and one there. And they're going to be synced so I can turn them on and off together and everything like that. You have seen this moss farm before. I have materials inside of here. And this moss farm is built by a guy called Pixlriffs. I've used this farm a couple of times now, and it's going to be placed here three times size, like I said. And that's just to get the materials for actually building the corridors. Now we have a working moss farm, or actually we have 3 of them, and we have 3 more because I couldn't stop myself. As you saw, I built up 3 of these moss farms in the time lapse, and they are working rather nicely. I've been here collecting some of the moss carpet because I needed it for another project. But I found out rather early on that this moss farm were depleting bone meal very much, and I don't have a reliable source for bone meal just yet. So what I decided to do is actually build the same design, exactly the same redstone wise and everything, just a little bit mirrored. So I have the on switches on the similar state here. And then I decided to make it into a bone meal farm. So instead of collecting everything in chests that we have here, I have made a system with some composters. So we get a lot of bone meal instead for each and every one of the items. So you can see here that I've made it run a little bit, and it works rather fine actually. So hopefully it's going to provide bone meal for everything here, because I made it run for a pretty long time and actually filled up all of the farms, because of course a little bit of a backdrop or back back thing, this one of course needs bone meal as well. So hopefully this 3 double thingy here makes up enough bone meal for me to use in all of the farms and not depleting it out. Hopefully it works, otherwise I have to make some other bone meal farm type of thing, maybe find a skeleton spawner or something. But I want to show you guys what I've been doing after I've gotten the moss farm going, because as you probably have known right now, I needed the moss for actually building a lot of the design choices that I have. So we're going to go down and we're going to go out, and I'm just going to actually walk around here a little bit and give you a sort of feeling for how the place looks right now. We can start where I started off last time, or not last time, but where I've been for the last couple of things with farms. As you can see, some of the copper has yet to actually oxidize, but I decided to show you guys either well because this takes a lot of time. So around the base now, I have this sort of corridors, the carpet here, and of course the moss has gone into both carpets and also into making these walls that you can see around here. I walled off every area that I want to wall off, and underneath the moss here, I put some soul sand just to get a bit of a faster walk around, because I could of course fly around here, but it depletes rockets, and right now I don't have a steady supply of rockets, so I'm going to need something else. And I also don't want to fly everywhere, it feels a little bit I don't know, lazy or something. So instead I'm walking, and I'm walking with the soul speed boots, of course, that's why I'm walking this fast. And then I decided, because I got this U shape going here, inside of that place is the sorting system, and on that side we have the smelter. And sometimes I just need to get to the other side. So I made one in the middle here. We're right underneath the regular entrance here. So it just goes parallel with that. And of course I decided to decorate it a little bit. I tried out a couple of things with these walls, but then later on I just put in some glow berries to either just light up the whole area as well, but also to get a little bit of this greenery feeling without using the moss again, because I wanted something else in here. I'm waiting still for some of these to grow and get more stuff in here. Then we're going to go to the last bit of this showcase, something like this, because I found myself in need of more storage. I don't know if you have noticed in the videos, but I'm still a little bit cramped in here. I did make a lot of areas for this whole thing, and it works fine. But I noticed very early on that I had a lot of items in some chests, and it was a little bit too messy. So, for example, in this chest here, right now it's very white, but I had a lot of tough blocks, and it was filling up a lot of the chest, and it was a hassle to get to this. copper, probably like the diorite and the calcite are right now. Probably should separate those a little bit more. And a couple of other blocks. For example, the work block that I had here, we have a lot of items as well, and I couldn't find any of them. So right now we have the work blocks in that, the ones that I use the most, the work blocks type. I tried to make some sort of category for them. And then the rest of the blocks is out here because I decided to actually make more sorting system. And I couldn't move everything in here, of course, because then I had to move each and every one of the redstone and redstone components, and it was just too big. So instead I had this area out here. So I decided to just go for it and put out a lot of the new categories in here. Right now I have not every one of the blocks, but you can see here that we have flowers and seeds in here. I decided to put saplings. We have all of the tough blocks here. I even have some of the shulker boxes. I have waxed variants of the copper, and then coal, because I needed one coal block here. And then we have the work blocks that are a little bit more item-like, I think. And of course we have more items to grow. I even have some placed here because we are going to explore some of the new updates in a couple of episodes probably. So I wanted to have those categories in here first, so they made sense with having them categorized in that order. And then I'm just open to have more of these categories inside of here. From this point and onwards they are empty right now. They are just there for hold space if I want to expand more or if I need to expand more. So I've been busy and pretty busy at it. So a lot of decoration has gone in. And not to forget, I have one more area. So before this I had this sort of entrance here and it ended over here, and then I decided to just continue on with the same design that I have on the outer walls, and I wanted to have an easy way to get on to the back side. So I think I need to be on this side to know actually. Yeah, so here I can get easily to the back side, get to the redstone, except for my other hidden doors, but this is a little bit more obvious door. Then on the other side I decided to put in a little bit more functional of a room. So here I have placement for all of my enchanted books that I have here, and I've categorized them in 3 different categories. We have armor books, we have tools, and weapons. So in each and every one of these bookcases we have different sort of books, and I've gotten a couple of them now when I've been trading with the villagers. And then I decided to put my bed in here as well, so I have some place where it makes sense to have it and not have it just put down inside the sorting system, because it doesn't make sense here. And yeah, just a placement for it. And then I've also decided to put down some signs so I can get to the different areas and know which type of thing is, because I'm going to be very truthful with you. I've gotten lost a couple of times before I've actually related to and just gotten to orientate myself. And right now I'm just walking a lot around this U shape that I have here, instead of actually using my shortcuts that I've gotten into, because I'm not used to which shortcut should I use to get to that area. So it's a bit of a learning curve, but I'm really happy I've done this, because this area looks so much nicer, it looks so much more finished, and I'm really happy that I've done this. And I've also gotten to areas that I have a lot of different things in and like that, so we can build more future projects and then just make hidden doorways everywhere. A little bit of a dream come true when it comes to this part. So yeah, that's going to actually be it for this episode. I've not done much more after this. I have other projects going on, but those have their own episodes to come. So I'm going to turn over to you guys and hope that you have enjoyed this decorating episode. If you did, consider leaving a like and maybe even comment on the episode and tell me what you liked about it. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. We'll see each other. Goodbye.